Shalom everybody, it's Kalila Kelly, your Irish Jew, and I'm checking in today for another report on Israel, Iran and the war that's taking place. Today I was at work and I was sitting eating my lunch, as you do, and I was overhearing my co-workers in the lunchroom talking about Iran and Israel in America. And it was so interesting because the very first thing you think as a Jew is, I'm just going to shut up and listen. And then the second thing you think is, what are they saying? Because you know 9 times out of 10 that people will be against Israel and probably pro-Palestine, pro-Iran, pro-anybody else but Israel and the Jews. It's really it's so typical and it's to be expected, and it happens every time. And today was no different. I was sitting minding my own business and they started talking about Israel and Iran, and one of my co-workers who is from Iraq originally, she went off. I mean, she's not pro-Palestine, that's the thing. She actually doesn't like Palestinians. A lot of Arabs and a lot of countries in the Arab region in the Middle East don't actually like Palestinians. Just talk to an Egyptian, yeah. Talk to a Jordanian, talk to an Emirati. They don't actually agree with the Palestinian cause. It's just left-wing, usually, Western nutjobs who are pro-Palestine, who are pro-Iran, for example. Anyway, my Iraqi co-worker was talking about Trump, and she said, oh, it's ridiculous. You strike your enemy, Iran, and then you act like, oh, I just want a peace deal. Of course they're going to react. Of course they're going to get upset. And I was sitting there thinking, sorry, sweetheart, do you not remember October 7, when Iran attacked Israel and through its proxy, Hamas, raped women, shot them in the vagina, put babies in ovens, literally, beheaded people, murdered people, shot people, mowed young people at a music festival down in cold blood? Do you not remember that bit happening? Because that is the instigator of this whole thing. If October 7 hadn't happened, you could argue that there would be no bombing of Iran now. There would just still be this subterfuge that Israel has been waging against Iran for the last 15, 20 years, manipulating and infiltrating and destroying its nuclear capacities or its places of weapon making, for example. So it was just really interesting because as soon as people start talking, as a Jew, I need to shut up, not say anything, and just listen quietly. Because 9 times out of 10, every single person in the room, at work, at school, on the bus, at the cafe, at the soiree, everywhere you go as a Jew, the majority of people there are going to be against you, or they're going to be against Israel, and they're going to dislike you, or they're going to misunderstand you at the very least. And that's what happened today. It was so interesting. They were laughing at the idea that Israel agreed to a ceasefire. They're like, it's never going to last. It probably won't. Iran will probably break it first, one of their proxies. I don't know. I'm not psychic, but I do know that since October 7, Israel has been less safe and the gloves have come off, right? And for Israel, when it lost people on that terrible, terrible day, and all of us diaspora Jews feel that pain and that agony, on that terrible day, the gloves came off, the mask was ripped off of the face of evil, and we were reminded, oh, evil does exist. It is a real thing in this world. It's not just some make-believe fancy word that applies to the past that we've conquered once and for all. No, evil is here, it is to stay, and it rose up very realistically on October 7 and attacked the Jews and attacked Israel. And not just Jews, by the way, it attacked Arabs and Muslims and Thai people and Christians. Everybody was unsafe in Israel that day on October 7. And so it's so naive, it's so gauche, it's so lame when I listen to people like my co-workers bang on about, oh, God, you can't trust Trump. He didn't tell us that they were going to strike Iran. I mean, he says one thing and then he does another. He's so untrustworthy. And it's sorry, did you expect Trump to write a little hand note and send it to Khomeini, I can't say his name right. Did you expect Trump to say, hey, Iran, we're going to bomb you soon? Is that okay? Am I being inclusive enough by letting you know before I do it? What? The idiocy and the stupidity of people in the West is just, it's embarrassing. It's excruciating. And I'm so glad that there are smarter people in the world who are already on to the next step. And that includes Trump, it includes Netanyahu, and possibly the Crown Prince Pahlavi. It clearly doesn't include these dimwits who are sitting around still thinking that Palestine is an option right now, or that Iran is the real cool badass, is the bomb, yo. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, if I thought my coworkers were bad, it's nothing like this picture that I found on X, okay? Let's have a little look-see. There we go. Can you see? Can you see her? Blonde Western girl, replete with pale skin and cool, funky 1990s red sunglasses, putting up a peace sign with a beautiful red keffiyeh wrapped around her thin, vegan shoulders. And oh, what is this? A picture of a woman in a hijab, or rather a chador. A head-to-floor covering, like all modest Iranian women wear when they are reporting the news on behalf of the fascistic, Islamistic, life-hating, women-hating, freedom-hating psychopaths that used to govern the IRGC, currently on the run. But there you go, folks. You have a white woman pretending to have cool empathy with an Iranian woman, not an Iranian woman that has been mistreated just because she's a woman or she's shown too much hair under her hijab. No. She's showing empathy and solidarity with a mouthpiece, a handmaiden. Yes, I took that word. I used that word. A handmaiden, thank you, Margaret Atwood, a handmaiden in a chador, who is saying that the grand leader of the IRGC, the Iranian regime, the leader is God sent and will kill the Satan America and then kill the little Satan Israel and slit their throats and behead President Trump. This is all things that they have been saying on Mehdi TV. These are all things that the Iranian puppets have been saying over the last few days. And here you have a white Western bitch. Sorry, but you're a bitch. Excuse my bad language. You are a bitch acting like the woman in the chador. In the chador is the freedom fighter, is the true OG. This is how sick people in the West are. This is how detached from reality they are. It's really astonishing. And if you ask them about any of the young people in Iran who have been stoned and attacked and beaten to death by the morality police, if you have asked any of them, well, how do you feel about the fact that Iran murders its own women, its young girls, its young beautiful women, because they don't dress properly? How the hell do you think little blondie here is going to answer? It's sick. It's sick. It's wrong. It's unfair. It's unjust. It's mind-boggling that in this scenario, in these conversations, whether it's at work, like with my coworkers, or here, with this numpty on X, it's mind-boggling that they actually stand up for Iran, that they actually, plain